Hey guys, I'm Sainty Nelsen. You can find my voice as Pillow Cat in Gabby's Dollhouse, Spidey and His Amazing Friends, Boss Baby, Trolls, Ridley Jones, you name it, you can hear me, and I'm about to answer some of your questions. I got the role of Pillow Cat through an audition with my agency, SBB Talent. I'm obsessed with them. And I got the script and I saw it was from the creators of Blue's Clues. So I about died and I knew I had to be on that series. And thankfully, a couple of auditions later, I got the awesome phone call that I had booked it. Oh my goodness. It is amazing having my voice everywhere. I love it because my friends always laugh. They'll call me and they'll hear me on their baby monitors and I'm actually just on TV. So that's really cool. My favorite fan interaction would be, I do voice memos a lot because a lot of time I don't like kids to know it's my voice. So I'll do like voice memos for their moms. But we were in Seaside and I have a 3-year-old, Molly Morgan, and she was in the kiddie pool. And as her like pickup line to a friend, she was like, my mom's Pillow Cat. So I think it's not really a fan interaction, but that was like, I think the coolest moment for me that my daughter was using me as like a pickup line for friends. Goodness, I would say I would love to be on like a Family Guy. That would be funny. My one of my best friends, Corey Mock, sent me, you can YouTube it, and it's Hot Girl Bad Laugh or something like that. And it's literally a blonde and she talks so sweet. And then she has the worst laugh ever. She's like, ugh. That's literally me. I was like, I have the worst laugh in the world. And then I have this like high Rugrat voice. So I'd love to be on Family Guy. And actually my first goal ever in voiceover was to be on Vampirina. I always wanted to be on Vampirina. So one day, I don't know if it's still playing, but they could always give me a call. Wow, I definitely think Broadway is extremely tasking in the sense you're doing 8 shows a week. You have to be on it vocally. You have to be on all the time. You have to put on the costume and the full shebang where it's like voiceover. I've done it, 9 months pregnant or, a day postpartum. So you can kind of hide behind your voice. And on camera, I would just sing like Now Remaining Healthy to maintain, your on-camera work, especially with 2 kids. It's kind of hard not to look very tired. But each are difficult in their own ways and each are amazing in their own ways. The hardest part about producing, I would just say, is the financials, getting everything together and making sure everything stays on budget, especially nowadays with COVID restrictions, making sure, because if somebody has COVID, that, sets you back a whole week. So I think nowadays it's just staying on budget and staying on schedule, I think would be the hardest thing with producing. My favorite Pillow Cat toy is, oh my gosh, I love them all. I would just say the original like stuffed Pillow Cat is like the best. Everybody's gotta have one. Oh goodness, I would say a normal day at the Nelsen household, depending who's working, we, oh gosh, wake up way too early because our son gets up way too early. And depending who's working at the time, they kind of take over the mommy duty. So if I have a lot of voiceovers that day, Eric kind of takes it over or vice versa. Like right now, Eric is shooting for 5 weeks. So I have my amazing mother-in-law and my amazing team of babysitters around me. So I'm able to do work. So kind of depending where we are at the time, it changes every day. So it's always new and exciting what we are living. I got into the industry when I was 3 years old. So I always knew I wanted to do musical theater. So I auditioned for Baldwin Wallace, which is one of the top 5 programs, and thankfully got in. And from there, we trained to do this thing called Showcase. So I moved to New York City with an agent, which is incredible and amazing. And from there, kind of everything spiraled. Really, I always say Dennis Leary was the one that started my voiceover career because, as you know, he is incredible at voiceovers. And he always said, I did a pilot with him called Sex and Drugs and Rock and Roll. He was like, you sound like a Rugrat. You need to do voiceovers. And so really it was from there and Dory and Finding Nemo, the musical, that I kind of felt like I had a need in this industry for this crazy old voice of mine. And so the industry has been incredible for me and I'm so grateful for it. Well, goodness gracious, I would love to, before my career is over, to have been in a Hallmark Christmas movie. Would I think be my ultimate goal, because I just die for some Christmas, and I think you could put me in my grave if I could accomplish that, or do anything with my husband and children. A lot of actors are like, I don't want my kids in the industry. I'm opposite. I think it'd be so much fun because it's what we love and what Eric and I do all the time. So that would be pretty spectacular. Yes, so thankfully, well, not thankfully, because COVID happened. During COVID, we all had to record in our own studios. So I think they just had to do it within the pool of already voiceover actors. It's kind of hard to have a new voiceover actor come in during the COVID time because they didn't know their home studio or their credits. So thankfully, during that time, I was able to work and was getting a lot of offer-only roles because they wanted to kind of keep it in the pool of working voiceover actors during that time. And now the industry has opened up, obviously, but it was kind of crazy. I was very thankful that our section in the entertainment industry stayed open. Everybody needs to watch Gabby's Dollhouse because it is the most fantastic, sweetest, most amazing show on TV, and the music is out of control good. Tracy and Jennifer have created this beautiful, happy, whimsical series about all these cats, and it sounds so silly, but we all love each other off screen, so I think you see that on the screen, and everyone behind the scenes is so in love with making this a spectacular series that I really do feel like as a child watching it, you feel it, and it's just so good and happy, and I think everybody should watch Gabby's Dollhouse. Thank you.